So the thing, the thing why I think the reason why um, when I come to do things like go to the cinema or anything like anything like just going to the town or something. I think when I'm off, like I'm off work or something, and whenever it comes to being at work and it comes down to going out, I just don't go out. I don't want to go out. I just lack motivation. I just feel anxious about doing it. And I think what it is, the fact is, I think the problem is I'm not doing it enough normally. I'm not doing it, you know, weekly or daily even. And so, when it does come to being off, um, I just don't, I just can't face the situations and the heart, and I find, it always feels like my anxiety seems to always be worse when I'm off work, when I have time off. It always seems to be worse than usual. And so you maybe it's just used to not doing things regularly. So I think I need to do more things regularly, like go to the cinema, go to town more regularly. Um, and something like Birmingham, I could do that. I don't have to have a day off for that. I could just do that on a normal day. I could get to work early. I could easily get to work early, and then come back, get changed, get the bus into town, get the train to Birmingham New Street, get off at Birmingham New Street, go and have a look around for a couple of hours, and then get the train back. Obviously, I'd make sure that I'm back in Coventry just after 5 because I know about the rush hour. I don't want to be on the trains in the rush hour. But I could do that. I don't have to have a day off just to do that. It's like I should be spending my days off holiday. If I take a week off work, I should be I should be having days out. I should be doing more things like perhaps going on a day out or even going on holiday. Um, like stuff like Birmingham, you can do anytime. You can do that in the afternoons. It's so you know. Um, but the thing is, right, I don't do things much, and I struggle to do that. So I want to do it, but yeah. And yeah, maybe that's why I find it so difficult. So when it does come down to doing that, it's really like I said, my anxiety is always worse when I'm off work. Um, so I mean, last week I probably would have I could have gone to the cinema last week, but if I didn't know about this film being out, if I knew about this last week, I would have gone to the cinema last week when I was off. But I'm more likely to go this week than I was last week though, because last week I probably wouldn't have gone. Um, so this I'm more likely to go this week than I was last week. And yeah, I don't know what that's annoying. 'Cause, I do think it's down to not doing it enough. We're not going out enough, but not having that exposure to the town centre or doing more things. Just because you're not used to doing it, you're just used to just your comfort zone. Going to like pretty much my life is get up, cycle to work, do my job, cycle back, cycle to the supermarket. A couple of days a week, cycle to the supermarket, come home. That's it. That's all I do in the week. That's my only exposure really. The only exposure I do every day is leave the front door, go to work, supermarket. That's what I do most days. That's all I do. So that's probably why it's so difficult. Um, so it's going to town more, and I think at the moment, not the guest. I think at the moment it's kind of bad in the town because all the students, like apparently it's heaving with students. So crowds are the worst for anxiety for me. So, but I'm sure I can work around it. I'm sure I know how to get into town. There's ways to get into town. Do what you're gonna do, and avoid the big crowds. But yet again, I can't avoid crowds forever. That's running away from my fear. That's running away from the fear. I've got to face the fear, overcome the fear. But it ain't easy.